Hi and welcome to Sweden and the Naval Tech Tinkerer. My name is Mikael Sjöman and I'm building a project where I'm trying to build a 25 horsepower electric DIY, basically a lot from the ground up outboard. So since last time, it was like 2 weeks ago, I've been doing a few things and I thought I could share a little bit with you. So let's look at what's been going on. So I have this Flipsky big motor, which is a 20 kilowatt motor, which roughly gives it like 24-25 horsepower if you calculate to horsepower instead, but with tons of more torque than a normal outboard would have. Then I had this pretty failed, my first attempt at carbon fiber. You can kind of see the deformations here and kind of have it delaminated, and this thing isn't strong. So I decided to redo this with vacuum, and I won't show it here, but basically what you do is just you put first a lot of epoxy on the wood, and you don't need to do it with wood. It's probably the bad idea actually. It's better to put some plastic between the wood and the carbon fiber, but then yeah, epoxy on, and then you put the carbon fiber on, and then more epoxy on to make sure that it's wetted out before you even lay it on actually. And then you put some peel ply. Let's see, this stuff, this has had epoxy on it. You can see it's kind of, and what it does is really, it sucks up a lot of the epoxy that's not necessary. And I actually just put some paper, some recommendation on the outer layer. And then at the end you have this big vacuum bag. Just use your vacuum and just suck all the air out so it kind of goes tight. And as you can see, the result is stunningly different. Bad, good, bad, good, or great even. So I cut some part off, and I noticed, of course, since this was really poorly done, the width of this one is not the same. So now I have to redo all the parts in my 3D printer. And yeah, we'll get to that. But I also made something else. I made a wing. So I call it the wing or the mast, I don't know. It will go around that one on like that. So I took some PETG and I printed it, kind of the mast out in parts. I epoxy them together. It goes pretty quick, 1 or 2 days, with my pretty decent, you can hear the printer in the background. And then I put 2 layers of epoxy. I used PETG just by reference, asking in a forum. I actually think that's a bad idea. I noticed that carbon fiber in some of my tests doesn't really stick well to the PETG, and also there's a risk that because this is carbon fiber, it will get damn hot. So this might actually melt inside. I don't know. I might have to redo it. I don't care. This is tinkering, so we're learning as we go. Anyways, if you do this, I would recommend using what I'm doing right now, which is ABS. It's neat, but you gotta have the right printer, or at least have an enclosure. This I'm running at, let's see, 245 degrees Celsius at an extruder, 104 degrees on a bed. And I actually, since this is a GTX Max 3, I have an internal heater on. So I both have it enclosed, I have a heater to keep the air inside very warm, and that goes really neat. But you can even see, even with this pretty fast printer, it costs like $1,000, it's 14 hours left. And I mean, this is a pretty darn good printer. If you want to have one, I highly recommend them. It also has a carbon filter there, since I'm printing ABS. ABS is bad. Actually, if it wasn't taking the video, I would open that one. I have it open all the time because I don't want the styrene. It's actually a health hazard to have it like that. Anyway, so I've redone this one, and you can see it's well laminated on. It looks stunning compared to the previous one. And then let's move on. Then you got to stabilize this motor somehow, because it will stick like that, and then I'll put that one kind of on there so it sticks on, and it's pretty thin, but I tried with carbon fiber and damn, this becomes strong. Just 1 layer carbon fiber, but I'll actually add a second layer going this way around to make it even stronger and nicer. But yeah, it was really flexy before. This is carbon fiber nylon I printed it out in, but that doesn't really add strength to compare to other. I just like nylon, and yeah, but ABS is probably better here too, because this is not going to stick well to this pretty flexible material. But maybe the strands in the nylon of this carbon fiber nylon will make it stick better. I don't know. I'm tinkering around, messing around, trying to learn. It's yeah. And how did I do this? Well, I just put epoxy first on, then I wetted out a little bit strip of, what's it called, carbon fiber, and then I just tape around like this. What's it called? Let's see if I have it here. Yeah, here we go. Sorry, yeah, flying around like this, electric tape. So you just push it around to create some pressure to make kind of force it on there, and yeah, pretty decent. And damn, it's strong. You won't move this a millimeter almost, maybe a millimeter. I don't know. Anyways, then I had issues with this one being smaller than this one. Actually, the same wood, but since I made this poorly, the thickness here is minuscule compared to this one. So yeah, so I started trying to reprint these, and don't waste material like I do. I do it mostly right. I always print, like if I want to do a fitting, I just print a small piece out, test it on to see if it fits. And I should have done the same thing, but did I do it? Nope, I forgot. And yeah, that's this kind of thing that is gonna run there. Doesn't fit. This is actually steel pipe with carbon fiber on. It'll probably rust inside, but yeah, I'll probably redo it. But aluminium won't stick to carbon fiber well either, so yeah, I don't know. It's just for looks, to be honest. Maybe to protect it a little bit against the water. And yeah, you can kind of see how this will kind of stick up there and kind of try to hold the motor a little bit better in place so it doesn't start wobbling. So I printed another one, and this is actually with two different types of PETG. You kind of see the difference. One was probably drier than the other one, but also probably a little bit different mixture inside. And this one, I measured it. Should have been nice, but you always gotta try. It doesn't fit there, and even though I did the hole bigger, it doesn't fit there either. So yeah, back to the drawing board. Probably gonna I won't do this in PETG anymore. ABS, it's softer, is somewhat easier to print if you have the right printer, and the results are stunning comparedness, but tricky compared to PETG. It wants to lift up off the bed. So I'm using currently, let's see if this works, 3D lock and tons of heat. Okay, so what's the next step? Well, I'm gonna put these strips on with vacuum and epoxy, and yeah, try to get some kind of nice shape of that, and hopefully it will hold up. I think 2 layers of this will, it's gonna be darn hard. I mean, stiff and strong, and this in itself is already damn strong compared to what it was when it just carbon fiber nylon, where it actually flexes quite a bit. I think carbon fiber nylon looks stunning. It's my favorite material when it comes to looks, at least. So yeah, and then I built this one, and after a lot of tests, not big ones, a lot of small, I got this one to fit pretty well. So this is going to be where we kind of have the, if you want to steer, you can imagine one going in there, and this one going up and down. And you can see it kind of, it's a nasty design, I think, so I have to redesign this, because I'm printing it like this. Tried to print one like this, didn't improve, created other problems. So I'm probably going to redesign this so it's more of a 50-degree angle, or more than a 45-degree angle at least. I might have to move the hole here a little bit. Yep. So I'll open source this and share my designs when I'm done on Thingiverse. So if you want to do this, you can copy. Yeah, the styling starts getting bad in here. Let's open it up. So, what are the next things? Yeah, carbon fiber on this one tonight. I'm printing a holder. I don't know if you can see it there, but this one is gonna go around this one, and it's gonna connect the boat to the mast, as I call it, which is gonna go around this one. I don't know if it'll hold. Let's see. Probably a smarter design would be just to print a little bit like small here, glue it on here, and then this kind of where I put my electric cables, I mean the 3-phase motor cables, these ones, they're gonna go straight up there, and they kind of cover here also, real nice. Okay, thanks for this time. So, My name is Mikael Sjöman. This is the Tech Tinker, or Naval Tech Tinker. I hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, see you next week.